If you're someone who starts things strong, new habits, new goals, new routines, but a few days or weeks later, you lose motivation and fall off. This isn't random, and it's not a discipline problem either. There's a biological reason this keeps happening. At the beginning of any new goal, something powerful happens in your brain. You feel excited, focused, and driven. You tell yourself, this time, I'm going to be consistent. And for a while, you are. So what changes? Why does that energy disappear? To understand this, you need to understand how your brain uses motivation. Motivation is heavily driven by a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure like most people believe. It's about anticipation. At the start of something new, a new routine, a fitness goal, a productivity system, your brain releases a high level of dopamine. Why? Because it expects a reward, progress, results, change. That expectation creates drive. But here's what most people don't realize. Dopamine doesn't stay high, it drops. As soon as the novelty fades and results don't come as quickly as expected, your brain recalibrates. Now the same task feels harder, feels less exciting, and requires more effort. Not because the task changed, but because your brain chemistry did. It goes downhill from here, because most people misinterpret this reaction from the brain and think I've lost motivation, I'm not disciplined, maybe this isn't for me. But what's actually happening is this. Your brain is no longer being pulled by dopamine, so now it has to rely on effort. And effort always feels heavier than excitement. If you're someone who genuinely wants to improve your life, but keep falling off after a strong start, this isn't a personality flaw. It's a predictable pattern. Your brain is shifting from reward-driven behavior to effort-driven behavior. And here's where it gets even more interesting. For some people, this drop in motivation doesn't just lead to inconsistency. It leads to something else. Something more frustrating. They don't just stop, they start doing things that undo their progress. So how do you work with this instead of against it? 1. Expect the drop. Motivation fading is not failure. It's part of the process, and when you expect it, you don't panic when it happens. 2. Reduce friction. When dopamine drops, effort feels harder. So instead of trying to push harder, make the task easier to start. Start by making the task so simple so you don't avoid it. Don't aim for perfection, just start. And lastly, remove extra steps. Reduce anything that makes the task feel like it's too much. The goal here is simple. Make it easier to begin, not harder to continue. Because once you start, your brain usually follows. 3. Shift from motivation to systems. Motivation is temporary. Systems are stable. Instead of relying on your feelings to get a task done, rely on structure, routine, and environment. 4. Reintroduce reward. Your brain still needs reinforcement. Track progress and celebrate small wins. This helps maintain dopamine engagement over time. For many people, losing motivation can lead to an even bigger problem if not handled quickly. They start doing things that pull them backwards, like skipping tasks. Skipping turns into avoiding. Avoiding turns into quitting. And quitting turns into repeating the same cycle. This pattern has a name. It's called self-sabotage, and it's never random. In the next video, we're going to break down why your brain sometimes works against your own goals, even when you genuinely want to succeed. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Want to understand your mind and body better? Subscribe to Neurokind Official and turn on notifications so you never miss insights that'll help you think better, feel better, and live healthier.